Jungkook almost leaked BTS Comeback song title. Jimin immediately panicked at Live. That night, the atmosphere of Weverse Live was initially relaxed. Jungkook appeared with a bright face, wearing a white t-shirt and slightly damp hair after taking a shower. He sat in his chair while playing a slow guitar, playing old BTS songs, and greeting the army with his trademark smile. Before long, the comments flooded the screen, and it all feels like an ordinary night of fun, until something unexpected happens. Jungkook, who is known to be uninhibited when live, suddenly began to tell about his activities that day in the studio HYB. With a frowning face, he said, "Today I'm with Jimin Hyung and our producer just recorded again. We're working hard on a new song, and it's called Kayak." Suddenly there was the sound of doors opening and quick steps approaching. The camera shakes slightly, and Jimin appears, his face panicking. His eyes widened as if he had just heard something that almost made the world tremble. "YH. Don't go on. Don't mention the title, Jungkooka," Jimin shouted as he held out his hand to the camera. Jungkook immediately laughed out loud as he raised his hand like a child who was caught misbehaving. "Hyung, I haven't told you yet." Just like that, "It's not over yet," he defended himself. Jimin looked at her intently, then looked at the camera and said with a nervous laugh, "I'm sorry everyone. If he had continued for one more second, HYB's staff would have dragged us out right now." The army's response exploded. While fans were guessing at each other what exactly was the title of the song that almost leaked that night, what made this incident even more sensational was Jungkook's facial expression after the incident. He continued to smile as if holding something back, then said, "Well, you'll like the song. It's a song that, well, it's very touching. You can cry when you hear the lyrics." Jimin immediately patted Jungkook's thigh and said, "Enough. We're going to live our lives before we die." But of course, the army was not out of their minds. Some fans carefully watched the words that had been thrown before Jungkook was cut. Some thought he would say something beginning with a turn, or still, based on the movement of his lips. This adds to the theory that BTS's comeback song may have a theme about eternity, longing, or something emotional and personal, especially considering this will be a big comeback after the conscription period of several members. Meanwhile, HYB has not provided any clarification regarding the spoiler almost leaked incident. But fans believe that this incident was not planned because Jimin's reaction was so spontaneous and frantic. Even some music editors and K-pop media called the moment the most iconic and chaotic live since BTS group's hiatus. Not a few also praised the compactness of Jimin and Jungkook in controlling the situation. Although they almost leaked the title, they managed to turn a dangerous moment into a funny joke that made ARMY even more curious and eager to wait for a comeback. After the live broadcast was over, various social media platforms such as X, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram was literally flooded with re-recordings and clip cuts of the moment when Jungkook barely mentioned the title of BTS Comeback song. Thousands of fanbase accounts from different countries instantly create theories and analysis. Some soldiers even made slow-motion re-recordings of Jungkook's lips to try to read what he was almost saying. It looks like he's going to say eternity. I heard "still with," and Jimin immediately panicked. Is it a continuation of "Still with You"? Please HYB, leak it now instead of us all going crazy like this, wrote one big Japanese fan site, complete with a gif of Jimin's frantic face, which has now become a viral meme. One of the most commented moments was Jungkook's facial expression after being cut by Jimin. He looked down for a moment, smiled amused, then looked at the camera saying, "Well, if I go any further, this might be my last live with Jimin Hyung." This comment instantly made Jimin burst out laughing, but also added to the curiosity of the audience. Even after the broadcast was over, more than 30 million people had watched the Weverse live replay in the first 12 hours. Weverse servers had slowed down due to the surging traffic, with the army constantly looking for signs of every second of the broadcast. The next day, a mysterious upload from BTS's official Instagram account appeared. The image shows only the night sky with a full moon and a short caption, "Are you still with us?" It says no name, no date, no logo. But the army knows. This is no coincidence. The word "still" was immediately associated with speculation last night. Is this part of the concept? Is this a signal that Jungkook almost leaked a title that does have that word? Some ARMY theorized that the title of the song could have been "Still With Us," "Eternal Moon," or even "Stay Forever," based on the symbols that have appeared lately in BTS's social media posts. Interestingly, that same day, a famous producer who had previously worked with BTS uploaded an Instagram story with a cryptic caption. Some spoilers are too real to be fake. Immediately, the comments flooded the story with questions about BTS's new song. However, as usual, there was no official clarification from HYB, which only added to the tension and high expectations. Shortly after, in an interaction in the Weverse community, an ARMY wrote, "Jungkook, are you deliberately driving us all crazy?" And Jungkook replied directly, "Me? No, 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 my hyung is freaking out." The reply was liked by more than 2 million people in just over an hour. This reply seems to be a new fuel for the fans, that there is indeed something big they are preparing. Maybe not just one song, but BTS's emotional and monumental full comeback, with Jungkook and Jimin as the center of a natural teaser that was not accidentally leaked, but actually became a trigger for global enthusiasm. Many music watchers called this little leak a beautiful accident, because in less than 24 hours, engagement with BTS increased sharply. Even some streaming platforms suddenly update their playlists related to Still, Moon, and Eternity. It was as if they were preparing for something big to come. Some Korean television stations even discussed this incident in their entertainment programs. Famous comedian Shin Dong-yup once joked on an evening talk show, "If Jungkook wants to spoil another album, just give him his own talks how." The rating should be 50%, while Jimin hasn't reappeared after the live incident that night. But fans believe Jimin's silence means something serious is being prepared. The following night, fans began an unofficial countdown to a possible teaser. Because based on BTS's comeback history, they always provide clues through small moments and natural interactions like this. And now, after a near-miss leak, all eyes are on one thing. Will BTS really announce a comeback in the near future, or was last night's incident just the beginning of a series of emotional shocks that will rock the music world of 2025? To be clear, one thing had been evident that night. Jungkook is indeed the spoiler king who never fails to make the world tremble, even with a single unfinished word. The night that initially only felt like a regular broadcast turned out to be an unforgettable moment that shook millions of ARMY hearts around the world. 1 second before the biggest secret was almost revealed, the world seemed to stop. Jimin, who appeared with a panicked expression, Jungkook, who laughed but almost slipped, and the entire internet is suddenly ablaze by one big question. What exactly is he going to say? But maybe that's where the magic lies. BTS never just announced something. They ignite curiosity, build emotion with unfeigned intimacy, then let the love between them and ARMY grow from every pause, laugh, and even from moments of near misses. Now, there is only time and imagination that separates us from what will happen next. But if one thing's for sure, it's that the relationship between BTS and ARMY has never been as simple as idols and fans. It's an emotional journey that keeps moving, even when a single word hasn't finished being said. And that night, Jungkook didn't have to mention the title of BTS's comeback song. Because unknowingly, he has told us so much more, that their journey is not yet finished, and a new story is being written with all of us in it. The night ended with Jimin and Jungkook singing together one old BTS song, then saying goodnight. But what is left behind is not only the sound of the ending song, but the hearts of the fans are still pounding hard because they almost know the big secret of the 2025 comeback. And now, one question tickles everyone's heart. Is the first word really eternal, or maybe stay? To be sure, if the spoiler had escaped that night, maybe the entire BTS comeback promotion plan would have changed completely. But hey, because it's not happening, we can all just wait. While remembering Jimin's frantic expression and Jungkook's mischievous laughter that made the ARMY of the whole world smile despite being curious half to death.